All right.
All right, here we've got the pillow set from the Green Friday project kits. And what I'm showing you here is two pieces that you're going to have. Um, and you want to make sure that you put the right side to the right side. And so your kit will come with two different pillows, and you can decide which things you want to coordinate together. All right, so right side's to right side, so that once you've stitched it and turned it, you'll have your right sides out and all your seam allowances will be to the inside. You're going to start on a nice flat table and pin your corners. And you want to pin, you can, if you're going to pin out closer to the edge, make sure that you pull those pins out as you stitch at the machine. We don't recommend stitching over pins because you really risk breaking your needle or dulling it, and you don't want to do that to your sewing machine.
Yeah, I like this idea of pinning them out because you can leave them in and not getting involved in sewing
Yeah, and I
on your
should
machine.
explain that I'm a lefty. For you right-handed folks, you're going to want to pin probably this way. But I'm going to continue in my lefty style.
And why is that? So you can pull them out easier?
You want to, yeah, because
Okay.
I'll pull them out with my left hand. If you're
Okay.
right-handed, you'll pull them out with your right hand. But you start with your corners so that you get your edges lined up nicely. And this is true on other projects too, by pinning at the top and the bottom and then pin in between if you need to. And then as our shop tradition goes, we'll put a red pin will be our stop pin. And you'll see when I sit at the machine why I do that. And the green pin is our go pin. Because remember that you've got to keep an opening here to turn the pillow.
Yeah, because you're going
Okay.
to sew all the way around. It's going to get closed up, and you need to turn it inside out somehow.
Exactly. And
Okay.
I'm gonna, once I get this sewn, I'm gonna show you a few tricks for getting nice corners.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna move to the sewing machine.
Okay. See you in a second.
Now we're at the sewing machine with the pin pieces of pill, and I'm just gonna kind of mime for you first what we're gonna do in case you have not sewn before. I'm at about 1/2 inch from the edge, and on your machine, there should be lines for seam allowance. So if you have a hard time following that line, get a piece of masking tape or painter's tape and tape it to the right side of those lines for yourself, and that'll help you line it up nice and straight. So you're going to start by taking a couple stitches forward. Make sure you know where the reverse is on your machine. You'll back stitch a couple of stitches.
And you're at the green button pin, right?
Yeah, I'm at the green pin. That's where the go pin is. Okay. And I won't pin, I will, I'll set this down when we actually start sewing, and then I'll pull the pin out and put it right in a pin cushion. Um, don't let pins be rolling around loose on your table. It's not safe for anybody. Okay, so after we've backstitched, we're going to stitch to this corner, stop about 1/2 inch from the corner. You're going to stop with the needle down, raise the presser foot, turn, stitch to your next corner, and again, stop with your needle down. Okay, and that needle will help pin everything in place for you. You will pull these pins out as you go. And then you're going to turn and come down another side. Stop at the corner, bring your needle into the fabric, raise your presser foot, turn, presser foot back down, and you're almost there. Come down this side, and again, needle down, presser foot up, turn, presser foot back down, and here's your stop pin. So you're going to stitch to that pin, stop, pull the pin out, back stitch, and then you're going to take your work out, and we'll go back to the table for the next step. So right now I'm going to sew this.
Okay, and all along you kind of make sure you've got a straight line there, right?
You do. Yeah, this is a great practice. This is one of our sewing machine 101 projects. It's very popular. It was a fun thing to make. So I'm going to stitch a couple stitches forward. Okay, and now I'm going to reverse. Usually you have to hold that reverse button in. Okay, and now I'm going forward. I'm pulling my pin out well ahead of time. Okay, here's where I stop with my needle down.
On
Raise my
almost all
pressure.
machines, to get the needle down, you
Yeah, you'll hand
just
turn it.
hand
Some
turn
of
it
your
down.
electronic machines will have a button that you can push. Okay, and now here we go to our second corner. Go ahead and pull my pin out. And needle down, presser foot up, turn, and you can see how nicely that's held in place for me. Now you can see I'm not pushing or pulling with my hand. I set the speed with my foot and I steer with my hands. Again, pull the pin out, couple more stitches. Now if you want to go a little further, then you can always hand wheel another stitch or two, stopping with the needle down, raise the presser foot back down. Okay. And I see a red pin coming up here.
Around the corner there, huh?
That's right. So I'm going to stitch up. And again, I don't want to risk hitting that pin. And touch the reverse. And this isn't a precise spacing, it's just 2 to 3 inches.
Enough to
because,
stick your hand in there, right?
Exactly. Okay. And you want to make sure your take-up bar is at the top when you stop so that your work pulls out easily. Cut all your threads off nicely. Okay. And now we're going to head back to the table for the next step.